The business he's talking about is esports, a business where, yes, actual physical trades exist. Give me a second. St. John is currently a star player for the Hornets Venom GT, operating under the gamer tag Big Saint. For months they've been talking about drafting Ace Bailey, but Ace Bailey has made it clear he didn't want to play for Philly. So does Philadelphia call his bluff? Do they go in another direction? If they do, that's going to affect Charlotte. 2 blocks, 11 boards, 10 points. How do you think you played tonight?
It was okay.
Wait a minute, okay? A double-double in your first game? Or just okay?
I had some rough stretches in there I want to clean up.
The Golden State Warriors may no longer be a great team, but make no mistake, they still have great players. Case in point, every time the Hornets were about to take control of this game, it was a Steph Curry or a Jimmy Butler or a Draymond Green who put a stop to their comeback. It's been said that when you win a championship, you learn the secret how to do it. You've got 2 now. How is that going to carry you into your job here as head coach?
The secret is pretty simple.
Who's to say it can't be them? You know, I like the way you think. I'll tell you what, I like your style too.
He's an energy guy. He's a guy that gets things going for Charlotte in so many ways. If he's not 100%, it could affect Charlotte's game plan.
The first time you heard the Moose chants, was there a part of you that thought, are they booing me?
Yeah, the first time I heard it, I was like, I didn't know, I couldn't hear it.
I guess in closing, the only question I got for you is, are you ready to be immortal?
I don't know about that.
The Hornets, though, did not have any time to think about it. They had a game to play. It's tonight's leadoff. Charlotte was thinking about moving into that 7 spot in the East. All they needed to do was beat the team in front of them. That'd be the 76ers. Third quarter, it looked like a foregone conclusion. Off a Philly turnover, here's Charlotte running. LaMelo Ball, Brandon Miller. Beautifully done. Miller led the way with 29 for the Hornets. They led by as many as 15. But then in the fourth quarter, this one took a turn. Charlotte got cold. The Sixers would take advantage. Off the miss, Tyrese Maxey challenges and slams. Maxey with 26 were tied at 97. Hornets, though, would not give up. Later in the quarter, they're down 3. Melo to the rescue. He had 20, but he was just 5 of 18 from 3. We're tied again. Turning point, though, of the game came right here. Charlotte up 1. Joel Embiid can't tie it at the line. However, the Hornets can't get a rebound. It's off Grant Williams. Philly gets it back, and they would take advantage off the inbounds. That's Paul George, and that is a back-breaking 3. Sixers go from down 1 to up 2 after the hoop. Final seconds, Hornets down 3. They got one last shot. Melo, oh, good look, but the 3 was off. 118-114 the final. Charlotte's 5-game win streak is over. More importantly, they failed to gain ground in the standings.
For the ball game this evening.
By 1995, the NBA had a bit of a pinstripe obsession.
It was something that not only transcended from the sport, but also a lifestyle.
Taking a page from the Yankees, Michael Jordan and the Bulls got them.
It's a nice looking jersey, Johnny.
The Magic did too.
It reminds me of that old school classic.
And fresh off back-to-back championships, so did the Houston Rockets.
And you see the new uniforms.
Meanwhile, watching from afar, the person who started it all could only shake his head.
They say that emulation is the sincerest form of flattery, but sometimes it's aggravating.
In basketball, Alexander Julian never set out to be a trendsetter. By the mid-1980s, the Chapel Hill native was an accomplished fashion designer, building an empire based on the principles set forth by his mom and dad, dubbed by the New York Times as the grandparents of preppy. But Julian also liked a challenge.
That was my first question to George was, what's the name of the team?
At the time, George Shinn didn't have a lot of answers. But what he did know is that he wanted Julian to design the uniforms of the team he owned, the one that would come to be known as the Hornets.
I said, George, I'll tell you what, I'm going to make you a deal. I'm going to trade you ownership of the Hornets uniforms for 5 pounds of Carolina barbecue a month, FedEx to me in Connecticut. I remember hanging up the phone after we agreed and going, well, this is going to be interesting.
That's because Julian was already thinking of an idea that would shake the NBA fashion world to its core.
What essentially a basketball jersey is a knit shirt. And the knit shirts that I was famous for were vertical striped knits.
So ultimately, it was pulled pork for pinstripes. But there was more.
The shorts were the first pleated basketball shorts in history.
And did we mention the color?
Everything in Charlotte became teal. There's still a lot of teal there now.
Good evening, everybody.
On the court, there was a lot to be desired.
Left hands it up and in.
But as far as uniforms go, Charlotte had a winner.
It gave you everything you could ask for.
Pretty good scene.
Yet as it turned out, someone wanted something else.
Having Dean Smith on the phone asking me for new Tar Heels uniforms was like having God on the phone asking for new halos for the Archangels.
Impressed by Julian's work, North Carolina's legendary coach wanted to update his team's look.
If I screwed it up, I couldn't go home.
This time around, Julian decided to go a different route.
I think the Argyle is more different than anything else visually in college sports. Nobody has anything like it. It's an instant get visually when you see it, and it's timeless.
And just like Julian's pinstripes,
It was a great design.
it's now a part of Carolina sports history.
I felt a little bit like Dr. Frankenstein.
He created a monster, all right, not to mention one incredible legacy.